It was a remarkable, if not trying, year for Nashville SC in its inaugural season in the MLS. You don't have high expectations when you're an expansion team in most cases. You just want to get into the league. You want to get your feet wet. You want to create buzz in your city, and you want to build from there. Nashville SC had some of the most trying circumstances you could ever imagine this year. Think about it. 1 week into the season, a record-breaking opener against Atlanta United with more than 59,000 people at Nissan Stadium. Just a few days later, Nashville was decimated and devastated by a tornado that ripped through the city, displaced some of the players themselves from their homes. And the team helped the city get back on track and start to rebuild. And then all of a sudden, after one more game, the MLS shuts down because of the start of the pandemic. They're shut down for over 2 months. They get back to training. They get set to go to the MLS's back tournament in Orlando, and immediately 9 and 10 positive tests force them to withdraw from the tournament. So then they don't play for another month. And they come back and they have to cram in games in the second half of the season to catch up. But they start to play better and better soccer. And they end up finishing 7th in the MLS. Would have qualified for the playoffs any year in the league. They get in, and in this year, they play in the play-in round, so to speak. They hosted Inter Miami, another expansion team who got in the 10th spot in the East. And they go out and they win 3-0. Win a playoff game. They go to Toronto, the defending Eastern Conference champions, and they beat them. They knock them out in extra time. And then they go to Columbus in the Eastern Conference semifinals on Sunday. Scoreless draw into extra time. Again, they battled mightily. This team did not give up a goal in the playoffs for more than 300 minutes until finally Columbus struck and knocked the season down for Nashville SC. It was a bitter and tough, disappointing end because of the success they had of late. But when you think of the season as a whole, nothing but excitement and promise moving forward for these guys. Walker Zimmerman, the best 11 defender of the year in the MLS. Dax McCarty, the captain, after the match Sunday night in Columbus, talking about their disappointment, but also the immense pride they feel for putting Nashville SC on the map as the way they did in the MLS this year.
Dax, your thoughts on an amazing campaign?
Yeah, good season. Frustrating way to lose. I think we have a lot to be proud of. The way we grew stronger throughout the season. Sometimes life is a little bit bigger than the game, and I think we can all agree that most of the time this season it was more about what was happening off the field than on the field. But when we did get on the field, like I said, I thought we grew stronger throughout the season, and getting two good wins in the playoffs is a nice feeling for us. But obviously losing tonight leaves a bitter taste in our mouths, and it's one that obviously is extremely frustrating to end the season on. So just have to digest it, move on, try to get better.
Walker, for you, on a personal level, you see Defender of the Year, but what does it mean to have set the foundation for the club so far?
Yeah, I mean, Dax covered a lot of how I feel as well. It's a lot of things going on that are a lot bigger than us, and there was a lot of resiliency that was shown from the group this year. And, that part makes us feel really proud as leaders of the group, just to continue to try and drive us along each and every day, get better in training every day, and challenge ourselves. And I thought we did that for the most part, and we progressed throughout the year. We got better. Like Dax said, got 2 wins in the playoffs. But, we had our chances tonight, and that's what's going to make it a bit more difficult. It's not a game where we were on our heels and like they had really amazing chances. It was kind of back and forth, and one play can change it all. So tough pill to swallow. It's never fun having your season end short of your ultimate goals, but we're going to take it in stride, and I'm sure guys are going to be ready to rest and recover, and then start working on things that they can improve on for next season.
We will now open the floor for questions. We will kick it off with a question from Dry Hills with the Tennessean for you, Walker.
We saw you a couple of times be able to actually get forward and with the ball, and whether play it out wide or obviously find yourself on the end of some crosses in the box. In the final third, what was the difference in how Columbus defends you versus how you were defending Columbus? for those who may not understand how Columbus defends and how that's perhaps different than how you guys defend, and what was the key for them that made it so difficult for you guys?
Honestly, they're a good defensive group. They're solid in their organization. They got 2 center backs who are very good in the air, fullbacks who are very technical and can keep possession. So that part is no different than how we defend. I think, we had our chances tonight. We had plays that were, 2 off the goal line in the first half. We had some crosses that were dangerous. And really in that first 90 minutes, I think either team could have won it, and either team could have gotten that 1 goal. So they're a good defense. They're a good team. There's a reason why they got such a high seed for the playoffs and got this home game. But like I said, I think it was there for us and came up a little bit short.
Tim Sullivan with Fort Club and Cantor with a question for you, Dax.
Yeah, Dax, kind of a similar question. When the defense is clicking for much of the game, but you guys are generating offensive opportunities and they're obviously not paying off, do you feel the pressure to push forward a little bit more and kind of, stir the pot a little bit up front?
Yeah, sometimes. I think that for the most part, it was a pretty clear tactical battle between both teams tonight. I think that we earned a lot of their respect in the way that they defended against us. They didn't press us as high. We created chances. And ultimately, for me, during the game, we're just not sharp enough in the final third. We have a couple chances here and there, obviously really dangerous on set pieces. From the run of play, I just think we had too many loose passes, too many loose touches, not clinical enough in the final third when we had little opportunities to break forward. And the difference in the game, honestly, guys, is just 1 or 2 mental lapses and breakdowns from us in the back where Columbus took advantage and they were ruthless. And so, those are the fine margins. Those are the tough lessons that we have to learn. And it's extremely frustrating sitting here right now, having not won the game.